Behind me is my precision cut, ready to sew, mother and elephant kit put together. Everything you see here is in the kit, but it's all cut out and ready to sew together. This kit is not appliqued, is not paper pieced. It is sewn together it is made by sewing together strips of different widths, and is shaped by sewing triangles on the corner of different size rectangles. Isn't it amazing? I'm going to show you what's in the kit and how you put the kit together to end up with this adorable quilt. This is 44 inches by 50 inches. It's big enough to go on even a twin bed. Toddler bed, crib bed. Let's see what's in our elephant kit. Open it up. There is the back. Isn't that adorable? I love my mommy. Flannel back for the back of the quilt. Put that aside for a minute. What else is in here? We have the title, and on the back of the title is your color palette. There, the heads are one blue, the body is another blue, and then the baby's body down here is a third blue. So when you're using the blues, make sure you're using the right blue. One for the head, the one for the body, and the one for the baby's body. And of course there's the blue eye. And this is what we call a map that shows where all of the pieces go. We're going to set the palette and the map aside. And here are our step-by-step instructions on how to put the quilt together. What else is in there? We have all these packages. These packages are labeled alphabetically. So what I'm going to do when I make my quilt is I'm going to put them down so I can find the piece I want in alphabetical order. If you look closely at the bags, they tell you that inside this bag, which is an N, is one for the body and the pink one for the ear. There's the pink one and there's the blue one. Okay, let's put these in alphabetical order on a table so I can find my pieces. So there's all of my bags are on the table. Now, I'm going to start putting the quilt together. It goes together in strips. The next thing we find is what we call the map. And the map has all these different letters on it to put it together. We're going to start on this far side over here with this strip. We're going to start at the top, and what I want to do is find a yellow K. So I'm going to go to the K package. You notice this K has a blue triangle. It looks like it's the blue that belongs to the head, a head blue, right there on the K. So I'm going to go to my K package. It says in here is a yellow, which is the background color. I'm going to find a yellow K. Notice there are two yellow K's in here. One has a corner cut off of it one way, and one has, one has a corner cut off of it one way, and one has a corner cut off it the other way. So I have to look at my map and say, I need a yellow K that has the corner cut off on the bottom. This one has a corner cut off. See, but it's on the wrong side. I want one on this side. So I'm not going to use that yellow one. It will go back in the K box. I'm going to take this one. This is the K that I want. Now I'm going to go to the triangle bag. The small triangles are not marked on the map with letters. They are just there. The big triangles, B's, are marked with letters. So we're going to go to this K alphabet bag. And we want to get the blue that is the head blue. So I'm going to go back to my color, and I'm going to go, oh, the head is this really light one with kind of floral on it. So I go to my corners, I look inside, and I go, oh, there's one. I need a blue from you that has that floral, whoops, wrong color, this one. The blue that has that kind of floral on it that matches my, yep, that's the one. Then I take my K piece and my blue piece, and if you notice on the back I have made a little letter so you know that this corner is for a triangle, the small triangle. When you turn it over and you take the blue, we're going to put right sides, oops, make sure it's the right side, right sides together. You will see that these right sides together, you will see that this piece is cut to fit edge to edge, corner to corner. All seams are sewn with a true 1/4 inch, so you will sew across here with a true 1/4 inch, and then you will press the seam open. There is my true 1/4 inch from edge to edge. Notice the edges are together and the edges are together. Now I'm going to press that seam open. And there's the finished piece. Makes a rectangle with the blue corner in the side. Go back to our map. We're going to put that down for a minute. Go back to our map and going down this strip, which is what we're putting together, we're going to pick up our I envelope. Let's go get an I. Here is our I envelope. We have an I and an I2. We just want an I. We want a yellow one, which is the background. Reach in here and get out a yellow one. Notice it says there are 2 yellow ones. We only want 1. So we're going to take 1 yellow one, and it has no corners cut on it. It's a perfectly straight one. We're going to take that one. The second I we want out of that package is blue, and it's the body blue, so it'll be that light floral blue, and it's going to have a corner cut off on this side. So let's go back in the package of eyes. We pull out a blue. Put these other pieces back in there. Keep them where they belong so they don't get lost and confused. If a thing ever does come out of your bag and you can't remember where it goes, you can measure it, because it will tell you the exact measurements. It would be 2 inches wide and it would be 12.5 inches long. Then you would know it was an eye and it goes in this bag. Just in case the dog gets hold and they get all spilled all over the floor, or a grandchild comes over and has a wonderful time emptying all of your bags. Okay, let's take a blue one. We want a blue eye. And we want, there's 2 there. One is not cut, it's a straight one, and one is cut. And of course we want the one that's cut, and it has a cut on this end. Go back to the map, and it said yes, you want a blue one, and it's cut on this side. So there's the cut. What we're looking for is a yellow triangle. So we're going to go back to the A bag. We're going to find a yellow triangle in here. And the blue. Once again, the blue is labeled. It says an A goes there. So we're going to take this yellow one. We're going to put right sides together. Remember, they match edge to edge. You're going to pin that, and you're going to sew that in place. And then you're going to iron it open, just like you did the K piece. Once you get this sewn and ironed open, you will take this blue one and you will sew it to the yellow one. Always refer to the map and to the color palette so you get the right colors. Notice the yellow has to be on the outside, the blue is on the inside. The yellow tip down here is touching the yellow. Good. And you're going to add to the top of it is where you're going to sew your K. Okay, blue to blue, yellow to yellow. So it will go up here. And it will start shaping his ear. You can see how it's going to cut his ear around. Go ahead, and your next piece is blue. You'll have a D with the corner. You'll have a P with a light blue corner, and you'll have a J. This is a different color J. What color J is that? It's the body of the elephant. Once more, you go back to your palette. You say, elephant baby's body. That must be this blue. So when you pull out your piece here for your triangle, make sure that you're using the right color blue when you sew it on. Then you sew those pieces together and you will have completed one of your strips. It's an easy way to make an adorable elephant. You just sew piece to piece and strip to strip. And you can stop, put it away, take it out later. Go ahead and sew another strip, sew them together, put it away, take it out later, as you work along until you have the full elephant completed. The main thing to remember when you're sewing is that you want to make sure your edges are edge to edge, and you want to make sure that you are sewing with a true 1/4 inch. Now that you've completed all of your strips and you've sewn your strips together, and turn your directions over, it talks about the back about your borders. And the first border that you put on, if you look at the cover, is your blue border. So you go back to your bag, and inside your bag you will find 2 packages. One is labeled for the side. These are your side borders. And this one is your borders for your top and your bottom. Top and bottom go on according to the directions. Your top and bottom go on first, and then your 2 sides go on. They found this adorable elephant. It's just so cute, and he looks so cute on there. So these are your border packages, and once again it'll say this border is for the top and the bottom, and this one is for the sides. If you read your instructions, it will tell you that you put the top and the bottom on first and then the sides, so they're cut to fit that way. Now we have our borders on. We're almost done. We just need to add our finishing touches. If you look at the cover, you will see here on his nose there is some ribbon to shape the nose. In your kit is your envelope with your ribbon. Your ribbon piece is 2 feet long, but it's one solid piece, so you're going to have to cut it. So I would take my ribbon, and there's paper on the back, and just pull the paper off. So you just have the ribbon, see the glue on the back. Over here on the side there is a triangle that you have put on the tusk on that rectangle. Right there where the triangle is, you can go from there to the eye. What I do is I just put it there, pin it in place. This one's already got one on it, so I'll show you. We pin it in place like this. Then take your scissors and snip right here. Okay, that's piece number 1. Then you take your iron and you carefully lay it down. Start right where you laid it down, and just don't go back and forth, just lay it on top and hold it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your next one just goes from that blue triangle to that blue triangle. Again, you lay your piece on top of this one, and on top of, just go from here to here with your pins. Pin it down. You're going to do the same thing with your iron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And get that ribbon tacked down. The last one, the piece that goes from here to here is 4.5 inches long. So you could cut yourself a piece that is 4.5 inches long, and then just put it from here to here. And again, pin it in place. Take your iron and tack it down. Pin it from here to here, and that will give you your 3 pieces that cut the trunk. The other place that you use the ribbon trim is to separate the 2 trunks, the mother's and the baby's. One piece goes just from the green to the green down here below to separate the baby's trunk from the mother's trunk. The second one goes from the yellow dot, and I went over to the seam line and then cut that and iron it down, and then the next piece goes, of course, from that dot up to the joint where it bends right there where the pink triangle is. After I have my ribbon ironed in place, I took my sewing machine and I sewed down the center of the ribbon The last thing that you'll find in your kit is your carry ruler and your carry ruler binding. This is a gift from me. You're going to put on your elephant a wider binding. It's not just a little 3/8. It's a 1/2 inch binding. It's like another frame. And it's yellow. And this is your 1/2 inch carry ruler binding. There's enough in one package. If you start at the top, you do one side, and then you do a side, and then you do the bottom, and you do a side. So the pieces, the length is the same on both of these packages. And this is the ruler. And there are instructions on how to use this ruler and how to put the binding on. On YouTube, if you go to 1/2 inch carry ruler, 1/2 inch carry ruler, it should show you how to use this carry ruler. Wonderful kit. Everything you need but the batting is in this kit. What would you pay to have somebody totally cut out and prepare a kit for you to just sew together?